Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brady Young, and it's Tuesday, which means another episode of Book Talk. Because I've said this so many times, every Tuesday and Thursday, I'm doing an episode of Book Talk. So make sure you are subscribed to stay tuned and you have my notifications turned on. So, as always, I'm going to be vague, not saying a lot, but you already knew that. So if you want to know all the juicy details that I'm leaving out, you know what to do. The links are down below to go to Amazon to purchase it for ebook or paperback. So let's get started. Let's jump right in. So, chapter 8, some form of normal. So, it ended off at the end of Shade of Destruction. Kids went back, parents are gone. La-ti-da. But the kids are now all in the mess hall, the team, as I'm going to put it. They're in the mess hall, they're just eating, and then, afterwards they just decide, okay, let's talk. And they just have this discussion about what to do next. And so as they're talking, they formulate this plan. Well, Kane mainly starts thinking it over and going, okay, this is what we should do. And it's mainly a plan of, okay, well, half the team is going to be split up. Half the team will be looking for Chaos and Krilson, and the other half will be looking for the mysterious group that is going after the parents. Seems reasonable enough. But after a lot of that discussion is happening, Kane kind of just says, you know what, I'll figure out groups of people to go to these different places because it's a lot of different locations that they got to search. But for Chaos and Krilson, they only got to search one place. After all is said and done, Kane decides to go to the Hall of Memory just because. Remember, if you want to know more about all this stuff, you got to buy the book to read it all. But he goes to the Hall of Memory, and he ends up finding Shane there. And then they just have this talk. They just have this heart-to-heart. They just start talking. And it is a pretty touching scene, actually. But again, I'm not going to say all that's in there. But after that discussion between the two, Shane leaves. Kane stays a little bit longer, maybe just a few minutes. And then he decides to leave, and as soon as he leaves, he ends up finding outside the hall a small group waiting for him. It's like, do I get no peace and quiet here? Do I get no time to myself? No. But no, they already are on him going, have you thought about the groups? Have you thought about who's going where? And it's like, guys, this happened maybe 20 minutes ago that I decided, okay, we're going to split up, we're going to do this. Man, people on the team are just impatient. So as they're talking about that, Alyssa ends up just saying, okay, well, I want to go here. I want to be on this specific group that's going to go to here. Kane's like, all right, yeah, you can do that. And is right away teased by Tom. And of course, he gets irritated just because it's like, man, it's been a long day. I don't need this. And so he decides, you know what? I'm going to go away. He doesn't leave the base. He just goes down to the loading bay just to get some quiet time to himself, just to fly around. So he ends up opening one of the big doors, but as he's doing it, someone shouts at him, turns around and sees, oh, it's Alyssa. And she actually is checking up on him to make sure that he's okay, that he's not too upset. And then he's just like, I need some time myself, so I'm going to go fly around. She's like, well, can I come with you? And again, Kane's just like, sure, if you can actually fly. Yeah, she can fly, she can keep up. And so yeah, they go out one of the big loading bay doors. They're flying around, they're talking. They're just connecting with one another. Because again, all these kids just got thrust together. A lot of them don't really know each other. There's only a few of them that really know each other because they've gone to the same school with each other for a while now. But the majority, they don't know each other, and so they're just connecting. It's a good chat. It's a late night flight. What could go wrong? Oh yeah, they almost get hit by a plane, so there's that. So moving on to the next morning. Kane gets up, calls everyone into the, map/control room. And he's like, okay, these are what the groups are. These are where the groups are going. Some other people are like, well, I want to go in this group, I want to go in this group. He's like, you know what, whatever. But now it's time to go to school. But why it's going to school, and Kane even mentions it so many times to so many different people, is we need to kind of still have these alibis. We need to have this sort of a normal life. Hence the title of this chapter. But when they go to school, well, there are conversations that are had before that, but again, I'm not going to say any of those conversations because there's one between Cain and Elaine, Cain and Raphael, and just then his father. But now they're at school and everything, and there's some conversations had about the whereabouts of where some of them have been, the new kids that are coming, and then there's conversations had about superhumans. So going through the day, because all the new kids that are in grade 11, so a lot of these teens are the same age, but there's an opening and all the new kids are introduced. So, but moving forward, they go, well, it's lunchtime, and so they go to the mall. Well, 3 of them do. Cain, Jen, and Alyssa. But more conversations are had as they're going and they're walking. And Jen's a person that doesn't know about any of this stuff, any of the secret life that any of them are leading. Well, and Alyssa decides, I'm hungry, I want food. And Cain is just, I want clothes. But I also want food, but I want clothes first. And so Jen and Cain, they go to a nice clothing store or whatever, but they get there. And they're talking. And then someone tries to rob it. And what is pretty interesting about this person trying to rob, they are a superhuman. So I hope you all enjoyed this episode of Book Talk, episode 8, Some Form of Normal. But as always, the links to Amazon to purchase the book will be in the description below, same as the links to my social media will be in the description below. And as always, don't forget to give this video a like. Don't forget to subscribe to stay tuned for more and turn on my notifications when you do. And leave a comment down below. And as always, it's all in positivity. Thank you for watching.